What's good, y'all? It's your boy Smitten. Today we're gonna be looking at some random discoveries that we've been making around this planet. You know, it happens every year, so let's just check in with the human species and see what we've been up to. Before we get into it, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're into this type of content, because I'm having a blast making it. Anyways, let's go.
Oh, so you thought what was discovered under the Great Pyramids was a one-off thing and we were going to be done with it? Well, guess again, because what was just discovered under Angkor Wat in Cambodia might just blow your minds. And if you guessed the exact same structures that are underneath the pyramids, well then you guessed correctly. Because yes, these scans have indicated the exact same type structures underneath Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Now, here's the thing. Some suppressed scripts have been translated stating that Angkor Wat was never built for religious purposes. It was in fact grown by an advanced race known as the Star Kings. We're not going to go into that in this video, but here's the other thing. It also states that Angkor Wat is one of 4 world engine sites. One of 4 meaning Angkor Wat, the Great Pyramids, Teotihuacan, and a site that's submerged under the coast of India. Off the coast of India. Now, these world engines were meant to ignite during a cosmic alignment, therefore opening a world portal to what is below. I don't know what's below, but I think that's fantastic. Now, these also were supposed to allow everlasting world energy throughout our entire world, as well as transportation and healing. So I find this to be absolutely fantastic news, because I believe in the days to come, or at least the months to come, we're going to find out that all these religious sites aren't religious sites, but they're portals. Portals to something beyond our own thought process. Now, tell me what you think. Have you heard this? Drop it in the comments. Remember, I'm not here to tell you to believe one thing or the other, so leave what you will, take what you want. It's up to you. And anything we talk about is for entertainment, education, and learning purposes only, but I want to know what you think, because I think a lot of you skepticals are going to be believers soon.
No, I think that's crazy. We keep finding structures under structures. Like, that's absolutely insane. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out like the pyramids that we know are literally just the tops of huge buildings that just go on for miles and miles, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows what they were really used for? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot for us to learn, and we're learning a lot more each day.
These guys used a jackhammer to open an Aztec door. Watch what they find.
Yeah, we make a video. Okay. It's okay. Go.
Tunnels for kilometers long, going underground through mountains to mountains all underground.
This way. Yeah. This short way.
The short way? Oh, so we take the short way.
Back.
But what you will realize is that they have stone pillars
Oh, it's
stacked
the
to build
only-
the talk final
the
building.
only side is
How
good.
did they get them inside if the walls are
Cool.
only human wide?
Amazing. Cool. Now we're the first.
Has been unique. Has been.
Ah, okay.
Hold on, what?
But wait till the end. They find the alien artifact sculpture found inside.
This short way.
The short way? Oh, so we take the short way.
What do you think about that?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't think, like, I do think some of this footage is real, but I think some of this is made by AI. Just some of it just feels a little off. House made stairwell in there, or no, handrail in there, or guardrail rather, to prevent people from falling over. I know they wouldn't have made it like that. Like, it looked like it came from somebody's house. It was just weird, right? Even just the footage of them walking down the hallway, you hear 7, 8 people talking, you see nobody. It was just very weird. I don't know, but the footage of the tunnels that went down, right? We already know for a fact that's 100% true. Not this footage, but that we have tunnels under our civilization right now. Like, we already know about the catacombs over in Europe, right? We know that's a thing, so I don't doubt that. But some of this footage just looks a little sketchy.
Deep below the surface of Australia, researchers teaming up with cavers have made some amazing, very, very strange discoveries. Now, this right here, this is the first ever wasp discovered that has evolved to live in a cave ecosystem. These evolutionary adaptations include the loss of functional eyes, the lengthening of the legs in the antenna, and also the loss of the function of the wings. They think that these probably aren't able to fly, but they don't know because this is mummified. All of the invertebrates, thousands of undocumented invertebrates in this cave system, they were all mummified. Some were mummified climbing up the walls. This spider was mummified eating its prey. They don't know how long ago this mummification happened. They don't know if it was all one event. They don't know if it was 1 year, 100 year. It's a mystery. Here's a mummified cave-adapted cockroach, a mummified cave-adapted centipede, and all of these spiders were mummified together at a place that these researchers call Party Rock. Like I said, they really don't know why the mass death happened. Maybe there are still some more living ones somewhere else in the cave, but all of the ones they found in that cave were dead. Other caves, not the same. This cave, they found a blind spider that just puts massive webs between the rocks and then it captures its prey that way. And then check this out. Some of my followers will appreciate this. This is the skeleton of a thylacoleo, the marsupial lion, the extinct animal from the Pleistocene.
Now, you know something wild had to happen for all of them to be mummified at the same time, right? Like, complete preservation. No, complete preservation. Every organism in the cave, something weird happened in there. Some flash of who knows, right? Like, that's absolutely insane that every organism in that cave was was not only not living, but was perfectly preserved and mummified. Something happened there that's kind of strange.
We have a new discovery. Astronomers have captured the birth of a solar system for the first time. Now, we've captured baby planets before, but never this early in their infancy. Here's what's happening. First, the basic details. The baby star system is called HOPS 315, and it's located 1,370 light years away in the constellation of Orion, and it gives us an insight into what the sun looked like when it was just 100,000 to 200,000 years old. This is a photo of HOPS 315 captured with ALMA, which captures light that falls between infrared light, like the light captured by JWST, and radio light, like the light captured by Muriang, the Parkes radio telescope. This, alongside additional data captured with JWST, shows that there's a disk of silicon monoxide that is condensing into crystalline silicate materials. If you haven't heard of these materials before, they are often found on Earth in things like sand, stone, and concrete.
Okay.
And the reason why this finding is so exciting is that these are the first solid ingredients believed to have started the formation of planets in our solar system around 4.5 billion years ago. And now scientists determined this by looking at ancient solar system ingredients held by asteroids. But we haven't been able to directly test this hypothesis in other star systems until now. Seeing these ingredients in a young star system, marking the beginning of planetary formation, gives us clues about whether our solar system formed in a special way or if it just followed a typical recipe used throughout the universe. My goodness, this has been a big week in space news.
That's kind of cool, man. Like she said, this could show that this is just like a formula for the universe. It starts and life starts there, and of course, we're not the only ones. We all know that. But I think it's wild that if this is true, and it is what we perceive it to be, or it is what we think it is, we just watched the birth of a planet. Insanity. Now, all is left is to watch the death of a planet or a solar system. Did I say? I don't even know anymore.
For the first time in worldwide history, a humpback whale breeded with an orca whale to create this creature critter. You can tell that the body shapeage is very much in line with a humpback whale. There's no mistake there. But the patternages on the front, that coloration, the white, that is very much in line with an orca whale. So it is a healthy mix between its mother and its father. But it's baffling scientists and marine biologists all over the world because they didn't think that an orca and a humpback could mate and produce offspring. And so even scientists learn something new every day. Their biggest question now is, one, is it infertile? And two, are these all over the ocean? We just haven't noticed it from now. But it was lucky Don and Susan, husband and wife here, were out on their Costco kayaks, and they're the ones that caught it with their drone. And they said, I don't recognize this animal kingdom species or subspecies. And so they sent it in, and sure enough, they found it. They took in a DNA sampler and figured out humpback mom, orca dad. So I'm curious what you think about it, but I just think it's fabulous that two whales from different clans fell in love with each other. It's kind of a modern day Romeo and Juliet story, but for whales.
Now, we've seen hybrid animals of all types. Didn't know that this was going on in the ocean. This is really cool, and I would like to do a little bit more research on this animal, or this video in particular, to make sure not only that it's real, but just to, follow up on it. It looks kind of cool.
Yes, hello, volcano snail? Volcano snail?
What? Snails can't live in volcanoes, is what most of the comments say. But she's right. Let me tell you something. Meet the scaly foot gastropod. These bad boys were just discovered in 2001, which makes sense, considering they're found in volcanic vents. Their bodies can handle temperatures of over 750 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the world record for the hottest temperature a creature can handle. But not just that, their shell is made of iron. It's the only creature in the world that utilizes iron. Bro's playing Minecraft. But that's not even the craziest part. You want to know what it is they eat? Nothing. They don't eat. Instead, they absorb toxic chemicals and iron particles from the volcanic vents, and they convert that into nutrients, energy, and their iron armor suit. In other words, it's a snail that lives in volcanoes, has an iron shell, and consumes iron and toxic waste. That's a Pokemon. Moral of the story, this guy brings a whole new definition to being built different. And as always, Follow for more facts.
That's absolute insanity. Now, my friend just told me about this snail at work last week, and I was like, yo, I gotta look into this, and this is crazy, right? Doesn't even eat, can survive temperatures up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, there ain't nothing surviving with him. It's like when it goes down, those things are gonna be the only things left, and those sharks that live down by the volcanic vents. Like, how do they survive such crazy temperatures? That's insane. They look like some newly discovered species of primate. I don't know what they're doing though. They must have found somebody's ukulele or whatever, like harmonica or something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're chill, they're docile, and they're not hostile at all. So that's kind of cool.
All right, everybody, you ain't gonna believe the size of this creature we found here on Google Earth. It's massive. I don't know what it is. It's either the Puff the Magic Dragon or the Never-Ending Story or Godzilla. Who knows what it is? Check this out. They're out here on this boat just checking out. You see the weird sound. There's a little boy pointing. What's that, everybody? What? Look at that. Well, next to the boat, there's this. What is that thing? Look on the back of the wake and the ocean and everything. It's got all these spikes coming up out of it, right? Okay. Well, first off, I don't know if that's Godzilla or the Never-Ending Story Dragon. Now look at this dude. He's playing a game. I got a higher score than that. I don't know if he's playing Clash of Clans or whatever, but look at that high score. It's babyish. This little boy's still freaking out. This woman's saying whatever that is, but I translated it to Godzilla. And back here, don't get no ideas, guy. I know her mouth's open, but she's in shock from the size of that creature. Like, share, follow for more stuff like this. We'll see you soon. See you.
This dude funny as hell. There ain't no way this real. We ain't seen none of their videos come out about it, right? Why is it just on Google Earth? There's 15 people there with their phones out. We ain't seen none of their videos come out about it. But you better believe there was something that big swimming around and making itself shown on the surface. We would have seen it. And that's going to be the video, guys. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, because I know you could have been anywhere else on this planet, but you decided to be here with your boy. That means a lot. Anyway, I'm out.